Hello and welcome to Huckleberry's Outdoor Adventures, aka HOA. I'm your host, Huckleberry, and we are going to talk a little bit about the brands that I'm going to start working with, what the plan is, and why. So, we talked a little bit in the last episode about some of the couple brands that I am working with, but I reference them more to why I'm using them for reels, and not that I'm using them, but you know what I mean. So here's the list right now, as of 9/10/25. You guys are going to hear this a little later, but I am working with Devos Lighting. I believe you get a 10% off on that. I'm working with Lenson. I believe that's a 5 or 10% off on that. I'm working with my own merch. You guys get pretty much at cost on that. And I will be working with a coffee company soon. So coffee company is too early to say, but I will say that they are a relatively new coffee company that focuses more on sustainability, pack in, pack out, less mess, and super easy coffee for the morning. It's more of a cold coffee company, but when you hear about it later, you'll understand why it's kind of like that. But you can do it hot or cold. So we'll talk about that later. So Devos Lighting, if you don't know what Devos is, you should definitely check it out. It is a lighting company that specializes more in like camp outdoor lighting. So the pros of these are that they're super advanced, they're super bright, they have a lot of different types of lights. The battery power is great. You can solar charge them, you can hook up like proximity sensors. I forget what they're called, but yeah, proximity sensors or whatever, to them. So if anything gets close to them, they turn on. It as in you or animals or anything like that. And there's a couple of reasons why I like this and like the idea. Yes, you can also do like an Amazon solar light, but you typically have a timer. They typically wear out pretty quick. I have one. It doesn't mount like this. I'm sure I could figure out a way to mount it, but it's very directional. But they go on my steps. As I walk at night, if I have to grab something out from my car, they turn on. Same kind of aspect of what you can use these Devos Light Rangers for is, putting it out near your bathroom or your camp area. So one of the things that I look to do with these, not only to have area lighting at night using a filter to filter away some of the bugs, because if you don't know, bugs can't see like the red spectrum very well, so it doesn't attract them as white and yellow lights do. So having that filter, being able to still have some light during camp and not being swarmed by bugs, that's great. You can also do that with other brands, I understand that, but there's not a lot of brands that have telescoping lights like this that go up pretty high, about as tall as you, and light the area well with great battery and are genuinely quality products. And I would not tell you that these are quality products if they weren't. They're not sponsoring me. I have to buy my stuff from them. Full disclosure, I get a discount on my first purchase, but that's it. Okay? So this is all based off of what I've seen, what I know, and I've talked to a few people with them at camp and stuff, and they're really nice. They can unscrew off of these tripods. You can use them in your little bathroom at night, use them in your tent. They have solar charging capability if you want to purchase that little solar panel that will keep these charged. They're really cool. All right, so I do have a discount code for those, and I've had a few people already kind of go through it and look through them. But it's nice. They're nice lights. The downside is the price, but full disclosure, you're getting quality product. It's not like you're getting a crappy product for a high price. You're getting a good product for a high price. So This isn't like a beginner's thing, really. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're new to overlanding, if you have the budget to get one of these, do it. If you don't, just use the cheap lanterns and stuff for now. And honestly, you could still use them instead of this. But as you do this more, as I do this more, I start to, okay, I don't want this cheap lantern anymore. I have to keep doing this. I have to keep doing that with it. I have to hang it up. A tripod would be really nice. So I'm kind of getting to the point to where I want to have better quality products that last longer. And this is one of them. So you get a decent discount on this. Check them out. They have a couple different versions of them. Like they have the 1200, 2000, 4000, and then they have the big old 15,000, which is just like $1,500. So that's for other applications. So, and they range. So like the Light Ranger, let's see, 1200. That's on sale right now for $159. So they're not cheap, right? If I do get one, I will be getting one, probably the Light Ranger Mini to start. The Light Ranger 2000 is $249, 4000 is $349, but that extends up to like 16 or 10 to 16 feet. It's 4,000 lumens. I mean, it's a big thing. It's supposed to illuminate like 100 feet diameter. So, I mean, that's good. But it's, the Light Ranger Mini is only like 16-inch long. I'm debating on doing that or just doing the 1800, right? Because the difference is like, let's see here, you get, collapses down to 16 inches, extends up to 4.5 feet, right? So that's nice, getting that 4.5 feet, but I kind of want a larger area, right? So this, the 1200 goes up to adjustable height up to 9 feet. So USB-C fast charge, 60% in 1 hour, 100% in 3.5 hours. They're IPE6 waterproof. They keep the bugs away by having an elevated, an elevated area, right? They have motion sensing you can buy for them. The motion sensors are like $59. They have colored filters for natural night vision, ambers to minimize attraction for insects, and green to enhance contrast for better detail at night. It's less likely to spook wildlife. It's easier than white light, right? So they do have available power. Wow, dude. They do have available portable power banks. They have tables that all connect to these lights. So, and then they have solar panels. They have carry cases, ground stakes, mini tripods, heavy duty carry cases, colored filter lights for the 800, USB-C, just the work lights. So there's a frick ton of things that you can put on there. I mean, you can even do a Starlink mini mount on top of one of yours. So they're really cool. They have a lot of customizability. You can do a lot with them, right? So they're not just a light. Like these have mounts for tables. They have mounts to hang up from metal beams. They have mounts for Starlinks. So if you have like a 9-foot long, like the 1200, you can put that Starlink up on top of your light, which the light still works. You're just putting the Starlink mounted on top of it and then using that to get better reception. So they're pretty cool. I mean, there's nothing more to it. Like I said, I'm not plugging something that I don't like. Like I genuinely like these. I think they're really cool. And if you have the budget for them, I think that you should absolutely go for that rather than a cheap Walmart light. You're going to have a lot longer lifespan. They're rechargeable, no more batteries. So yeah, fun stuff. I am also going to talk about Lenson. Lenson is something I've been looking at for a while. They have hood solar panels basically that stick onto your hood. And the pros are you get a 105 watt solar panel that sticks onto your hood, which typically is an unused area for most vehicles, especially like overlanders. Like typically you're not mounting your spare tire on there. Maybe in Australia, but not here in the US. So you have all that spare area, you need something to do with it. I hate leaving space unattended for no reason. Like if there's something that I can put there that will help, I'm going to do it. So 105 watt solar panel, I want to stick that on there. I talked to them about being an affiliate, and yes, I'm getting a discount on my first purchase. So why do I like these? Because it uses up unused space on your vehicle. It helps charge your batteries, or whatever source that you're trying to charge. And it's not something that you have to store in your vehicle for later. So, yes, I want solar panels. Am I going to put them on my rooftop tent? Probably not, because I'll have gear up there. Am I going to put it anywhere else where my rack is? Probably not, because I have gear there. You know, that's my area for gear. My hood is unused. So sticking it on there, it only makes sense to me. 105 watts is better than none. So the cons and stuff that I've heard about these is that some of the earlier models tended to bubble up, tended to have some issues. But you know what? This is kind of what I'm doing to look, kind of what I'm looking at, right? There are other companies that offer these for probably double the price, close to. So what I'm looking at is I have 105 watts of charging wherever I'm at. It has a solar controller that I'm buying with it, so it chooses, to start it up when I need that, right? So what's the downside to having a solar charger? Not really any for a solar panel. I mean, it's not any maintenance. You don't have to pull out the batteries and make sure everything's clean. Like, you put it on, you leave it, you're done, right? So, and it's better than nothing. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, it's better than no solar charging. It's better than no charging option at all. And to me, it's better than the folding ones because I don't have to store those in my truck. I don't have the space for more crap in my truck. So putting this on there, it's going to save me some time. It's going to save me a little bit of money. Even if I don't. So there have been reviews, because the hood is a very hot area, that it can make the solar panel not charge at full function. 105 watts, it might charge at 55. I mean, you know what? It's 55 watts more than I had before. So if I can get half off on this first one and use it, and I think that it's going to be a decent thing for me, then I'll do it. It's better than nothing. So that's how I look at it. I want the power. I want to use the space. Boom. Lenson's been pretty cool. Talked to them a couple times. I believe they're a Chinese company, but they seem really nice. They have a cool affiliate program. So that's really all I have and why I want to work with them. Okay. So moving on, we have Bison. So Bison isn't an affiliate. They are what I would consider a partner. So Bison doesn't have an affiliate program yet. They are working with that, but they, it's kind of tough because of their a overseas thing. They're still working on it. So right now they have a partnership, and I guess I'll explain my 3 terms for collabing and working with other companies, and it would be sponsorship, partnership, and affiliate. So affiliate is when you still have to purchase, and this is my definition. This is how I sort it out in my head. Affiliate is when you're working with the company, but you still have to purchase the product to work with them. So Lenson and Devos would be an affiliate. Bison is a partnership because we are partnering together to work to showcase products. So they're sending me products, I showcase them, and it's a mutual benefit, right? So what they sent me was the FJ Cruiser Molly panels for the exterior, which I just put out a video on Instagram a little while ago, and they seem pretty damn nice. They hug the windows closer than what I was expecting, and that could be because of the way that I installed them. I installed them pretty close to their specs, but I wanted to make sure that my Molly panels were as close as my windows as possible, because the main, downside to having external is that you're widening the outside of your contact for your vehicle, right? So you have 2 inches or so where the Molly panels stick out. Okay, cool. Like, that's not a lot, but you have to think about what are you attaching onto those Molly panels. If you're putting on a Apache box, those are like 5 to 6 inches wider. So you have to think that your contact area with trees, brush, and other things is going to be that much wider now on your vehicle. So yeah, you're going to have to pay a little bit more attention. So, making sure that I could get my Molly panels as close as I could to the vehicle as possible. They did very well with that. Pretty nice suction cups. And it's pretty adjustable that you can move it a little closer. If you really, really wanted to, you could bend the metal in. I did not do that. I didn't feel the need to do that. And then I'm going to try and find like maybe a 3 or 4 inch waterproof box to put out there and use it for like quick grab recovery gear, something like that. But yeah, I mean, they're really nice, and they're sending me some more stuff here to work in the future. I will say that their responsive times, responsiveness, and times to ship are really good so far. For an overseas company, you don't expect a lot, and they've done very well. They're from Europe. They're not like a Chinese company, and they've done really good at fulfilling expectations that I have for them. So, they do not have a massive amount for like Chevy and stuff like that, but they have like Land Cruiser, 4Runners, Defenders, Ineos, FJs, 5th gens, stuff like that. And they have a bunch of different stuff. Like they carry like shelves, cargo barriers, door tables, Molly panels, trunk dividers, camping tables, fridge sliders, and their stuff is nice, dude. Their tables are nice. Their fridge sliders are nice. And this is not a paid thing. I've been looking at them for a long, long time before this, and just kind of waiting before I went and purchased anything. And it just so happened that I contacted them, and they agreed and wanted to work with me to showcase some of the FJ stuff. So I'm super excited to work with them in that regard. No bullshit, no paid nothing. They have really, really nice products, and I'm just really excited to work with them with that. So they even have spare wheel accessories, which is one of the biggest things that I wanted to work with them for, because I have a spare, FJs have the spare wheel in the back. They have universal spare wheel mounts. They have stainless steel mounts. They have jerry can mounts, traction boards, brackets, propane tank holders, spare wheel trays. And this all can go onto the back wheel. So I'm super excited to work with them and see what we can do to really, further the partnership. So I really like them. I would check them out. I don't have an affiliate, but they do have like a 15% off going on right now. So I would love to have you guys go in there. If you guys have any questions for them, tell them I sent you. But great company, dude. I mean, really, there's nothing more to it. So I'm excited to work with them. And so I will talk a little bit about the coffee company that I want to work with. So I don't want to go like too far into it because we're still very early into it, but this is it's called Bear Box Brew. It's a sustainably sourced biodegradable brew bag coffee company. So they're looking to get their first products in about a month, and they want to arrange some to come over. They're a coffee company that focuses on versatile, easy-to-use, overnight single-use brew bags for camping or on the go. And I'm going to read for their purpose, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what they're doing. So, our purpose is to deliver a delicious cup of cold brew style coffee that requires no cleanup, requires no equipment, and takes up little space, and is environmentally friendly, all recyclable, and biodegradable packaging and materials. Our product is made branded for the outdoor lovers who are tired of bitter and weak instant coffee or French presses while out on the trail. So they're not saying they're not for people with French presses while camping. They're just saying, like, French presses are something you don't want, like, on the trail. It's extra weight. It's a bunch of extra space. It's, not really worth it. So all you have to do is stick one of these bags into the vessel of your choice overnight. The whole company was born in a bear box. So they put their coffee in a bear box, hence the name Bear Box Brew. And enjoy the superior taste in the morning with no extra steps. You can heat it up or enjoy it cold. So I sent them a message after they liked something of mine, and we are going to be looking to work together soon. And I'm super excited of this. I'm not a massive coffee drinker, but I am a massive, I love the idea. I love the smell. I love making it. And I genuinely think I just haven't had the right coffee. And I do love cold brews. I don't like hot coffee in hot climate. I like hot coffee in cold climate. So I'm really excited to work and see what we can do for cold brews, because I really love those. And then work and try and heat these up and see what they really taste like. And it's great for camping because this takes a massive step out of my my morning routine when I make breakfast and have to make coffee for everyone. I don't have to grind. I don't have to do all this stuff all over again. Now, if I want to, yes, I will, if it's something different. But can I make me a cold brew for the morning and have that sitting up in my, in my fridge waiting for me? Yeah. And I'm pretty excited about that. So we will be working together in the future, and I'm super, super excited about it, man. It's one of those companies that I feel like can be pretty big in the future. I mean, it's like a natural tea bag with coffee in it, which is, already a good idea. And it just is really just going to depend on the type of, the coffee and the product that they have. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, so those are the companies I'm working with right now. I have a couple other ones that I'm talking to, but that isn't far enough to really say, hey, woo, we got it. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited, dude. A lot of things are moving along at a pace that I am happy with. So the companies are working with me. My page is growing at a pace that I'm okay with. Let's see, where am I at right now? I'm at 823 followers. So in the last, hour and a half, I've gained 23 followers. And in the last couple days, I've gained almost more than 100 followers. So that's really good growth for me. Just a couple of days ago, I mentioned doing a giveaway at 1,000. So for me, I'm at 118,000 views for the month. Not this month, just starting, but from the last 30 days. So 11.4% followers, 88.6% non-followers, 62,000 accounts reached. So that's really good. My stories are reaching people 1.6%, posts are reaching 1.5%, reels are 96% of it. So yeah, I mean, my Instagram's doing well. Companies are noticing, and I'm working with these companies to really get myself out there and to become a little bit more of, a content creator, an influencer. It sounds weird. Even my wife's like, dude, I can't imagine my husband is an influencer. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like an influencer. I just feel like I want to share this stuff, and I enjoy doing it. So while I enjoy doing it and while I have stuff to share, I will. So yeah, I mean, that's really cool. I just wanted to talk about the companies I'm working with, kind of why I like them. And I'm not by any means getting paid to do any of this. So if you guys want to pay me, you can, but we're still working, bruh. We're still working. So we'll talk to you guys later. And we'll see you on whatever next episode I come out with. Thanks.